What if 5 habits you have been told your whole life are bad for you are actually the secrets to staying healthy, sharp, and independent well into your 80s and beyond? For decades, seniors have been warned to give up coffee, avoid eggs, never nap during the day, stay away from chocolate, and push themselves at the gym even when their bodies resist. But what if that advice was wrong? And what if following those restrictive rules has actually been holding you back from the vibrant health you deserve? Today, you will discover 5 so-called bad habits that medical research now shows can actually improve longevity, protect your brain, and keep your heart healthy in ways that will shock you. Pay very close attention to habit number 3, because it is something most seniors feel terribly guilty about doing. Yet Harvard researchers found it reduces heart attack risk by nearly 40% and dramatically improves memory and mental sharpness. Ruth is 83 years old and lives in Arizona, where her doctor could not believe her blood work and cognitive test results during her last annual checkup. When he asked her what her secret was, Ruth laughed and said she had spent decades ignoring all the healthy aging rules everyone told her to follow. Her 5 daily habits, the ones her friends call vices and feel guilty about enjoying themselves, turned out to be exactly what kept her thriving, while others her age declined rapidly. Bad habit 1, drinking coffee every single day. Have you been told to cut back on coffee because it is bad for your heart, spikes your blood pressure, or keeps you up at night, ruining your sleep quality? This advice was handed out for decades without solid scientific evidence, and millions of seniors gave up one of their favorite morning rituals based on fear rather than facts. The truth is that coffee has been studied extensively in recent years, and the findings consistently show benefits that the old warnings completely missed. If you quit coffee because someone told you it was unhealthy, you may have abandoned one of the most protective beverages available for your brain and heart without any good reason. Research from Johns Hopkins found that regular coffee consumption is associated with a lower risk of cognitive decline, Parkinson's disease, and type 2 diabetes in older adults who drink it consistently. Harvard School of Public Health studies show that moderate coffee drinkers consuming 3 to 4 cups daily have a significantly lower risk of death from heart disease, stroke, and other causes compared to people who do not drink coffee at all. The caffeine and antioxidants in coffee work together to protect brain cells from damage, reduce dangerous inflammation throughout the body, and support healthy blood sugar regulation that prevents diabetes. These are not minor benefits, but substantial protective effects that accumulate over years of regular consumption. The stigma around caffeine has caused millions of seniors to give up one of the most protective and enjoyable beverages available based on outdated fears that research has not supported. Coffee is loaded with powerful antioxidants and beneficial plant compounds that your body uses to fight cellular damage and maintain healthy function across multiple organ systems. Many seniors who quit coffee noticed their energy dropped, their mental sharpness declined, and they missed the ritual without understanding that they were also losing real health protection. The guilt that surrounds coffee consumption in older adults is simply not justified by the scientific evidence that has emerged over the past 2 decades of research. The solution is simple and should bring you relief rather than requiring any sacrifice or discipline. Enjoy your coffee guilt-free and aim for 2 to 4 cups daily, preferably black or with minimal added sugar to maximize the health benefits without unnecessary calories. If sleep is a concern, simply drink your last cup before early afternoon to ensure the caffeine clears your system before bedtime. Eugene is 79 years old and lives in Colorado, where he quit coffee for years because his doctor warned him about his heart during a checkup decades ago. After new research emerged and his current cardiologist not only approved but encouraged his coffee habit, Eugene returned to his beloved morning ritual and says his mind feels sharper than it has in over a decade. Stop feeling guilty about your coffee, because science says it might be one of the best things you do for your brain every single day. Bad habit 2. Eating whole eggs, including the yolks. For decades, seniors were absolutely terrified of eggs because of cholesterol fears that were drummed into public consciousness through aggressive health campaigns and well-meaning but misguided medical advice. An entire generation learned to throw away the yolks, order egg white omelets, and feel guilty whenever they enjoyed a traditional breakfast that included whole eggs. This fear was based on a simplistic understanding of cholesterol that has since been thoroughly revised as scientists learned more about how the human body actually processes dietary cholesterol. If you have been avoiding eggs or eating only the whites, you have been depriving yourself of one of nature's most perfect and affordable foods based on advice that was simply wrong. The American Heart Association reversed its strict cholesterol guidelines after extensive research showed that dietary cholesterol has minimal impact on blood cholesterol levels for most people in most circumstances. A major 2020 study published in the BMJ analyzing data from over 500,000 people found no significant link between moderate egg consumption and heart disease risk in healthy adults. The old advice to strictly limit eggs came from assumptions that were never properly tested. And when researchers finally did large-scale studies, those assumptions fell apart completely. Your fear of eggs was based on a hypothesis that turned out to be incorrect, and continuing to avoid them means missing out on exceptional nutrition. Egg yolks contain choline, which is absolutely essential for brain function and memory, and is a nutrient that most seniors are significantly deficient in without even knowing it. They also contain lutein for protecting your eyes against age-related macular degeneration, vitamin D that most seniors lack, B vitamins for energy and nerve function, and high-quality complete protein that prevents the muscle loss that accelerates aging. The yolk contains the vast majority of the egg's nutrition, while the white provides primarily protein. So, discarding yolks means throwing away most of what makes eggs such a powerful health food. Seniors who avoid whole eggs based on outdated cholesterol fears are missing one of the most complete and affordable sources of brain-protective nutrients available in the grocery store. The solution is to stop fearing eggs and start enjoying them as a regular part of your diet without any guilt whatsoever. Eat whole eggs regularly because 1 to 3 eggs daily is considered safe and beneficial for most people according to current research and revised guidelines. Enjoy them scrambled, poached, fried, or boiled as a protein-rich breakfast or convenient snack that delivers exceptional nutrition at very low cost. Mildred is 81 years old and lives in Ohio, where she avoided eggs for 30 years. After her doctor warned her about cholesterol during a routine visit decades ago. When her new physician encouraged her to eat whole eggs again based on updated research, her energy improved noticeably, and her latest cholesterol panel showed absolutely no negative effects despite eating eggs daily. The egg fear stole decades of superior nutrition from an entire generation. So reclaim this powerful food, starting with your very next breakfast. Bad habit 3. Taking afternoon naps without guilt. Do you feel lazy, weak, or guilty when you take an afternoon nap, worried that it means you are declining mentally or that it will completely ruin your nighttime sleep quality? Society has conditioned us to believe that productive adults power through fatigue, and that napping is something only children, sick people, or lazy individuals do during the day. This cultural stigma against daytime rest has caused countless seniors to fight their natural afternoon drowsiness, pushing through exhaustion when their bodies are clearly asking for a break. The guilt surrounding naps is not only unnecessary but actively harmful to your health, because the research on napping tells a completely different story than the cultural narrative. Harvard Medical School research found that regular nappers have a nearly 40% lower risk of dying from heart disease compared to those who never nap or who feel too guilty to rest during the day. Studies from the National Institutes of Health show that short naps lasting 20 to 30 minutes improve memory consolidation, enhance cognitive function, and increase alertness in older adults without disrupting nighttime sleep when timed properly. Your brain uses nap time to consolidate memories from the morning, clear metabolic waste products that accumulate during waking hours, and restore the energy reserves that keep you sharp and functional. Napping is not a sign of weakness or mental decline, but rather a powerful tool for maintaining cognitive health that many of the world's healthiest cultures embrace openly. Many of the world's longest-lived populations in places researchers call blue zones incorporate daily rest as a completely normal and expected part of healthy aging without any stigma attached. These cultures, where people routinely live past 100, do not view afternoon rest as laziness, but as wisdom and self-care that supports longevity. Seniors who push through afternoon fatigue instead of resting when their bodies ask for it accumulate sleep debt that impairs memory formation, weakens immune function, and places unnecessary strain on the cardiovascular system. The pressure to stay constantly productive and never rest is a modern cultural invention that contradicts both biological needs and the practices of the healthiest populations on Earth. The solution requires nothing more than giving yourself permission to rest when your body tells you it needs a break during the afternoon hours. Embrace a daily 20 to 30-minute nap in the early afternoon, ideally before 3 in the afternoon, to avoid any interference with your nighttime sleep schedule. Keep the nap short to prevent grogginess upon waking and to ensure you still feel tired when bedtime arrives later that evening. Harvey is 77 years old and lives in Florida, where he fought his afternoon drowsiness for years, drinking extra coffee and forcing himself to stay active when all he wanted was to rest for a few minutes. After his wife finally convinced him to just lie down when he felt tired, Harvey made his daily nap non-negotiable, and his doctor credits this habit for his excellent blood pressure and remarkably sharp memory. Your body is asking for rest for a very good reason, so stop ignoring the signal and start protecting your heart and brain with guilt-free afternoon naps starting today. Bad habit 4. Eating dark chocolate regularly. Chocolate has been demonized as an unhealthy indulgence, a guilty pleasure that responsible health-conscious adults should resist or strictly limit to rare special occasions. Parents warned children about candy, doctors warned patients about sugar, and chocolate became synonymous with dietary sin in the minds of generations who learned to feel guilty whenever they enjoyed it. But this blanket condemnation of chocolate completely ignores the remarkable differences between various types of chocolate and the substantial research showing that dark chocolate specifically is one of the most powerful health foods available. If you have been denying yourself chocolate based on the belief that it is inherently unhealthy, you have been missing out on delicious medicine that your heart and brain desperately want. Research published in the Journal of the American Heart Association found that flavonoids in dark chocolate improve blood vessel function, lower blood pressure naturally, and significantly reduce overall cardiovascular risk in regular consumers. Studies from Columbia University showed that cocoa flavonols significantly improved memory function in older adults experiencing age-related memory decline, suggesting that chocolate literally feeds your brain the compounds it needs to stay sharp. Dark chocolate with 70% cacao or higher contains more antioxidants than most fruits and delivers unique compounds that improve blood flow to the brain while protecting neurons from damage. The health benefits of dark chocolate are not minor or speculative, but substantial and well documented across multiple research studies from respected institutions. The key distinction that most people miss is the difference between dark chocolate and the milk chocolate candy bars that dominate grocery store shelves and Halloween bags. Milk chocolate is loaded with sugar and contains minimal amounts of the beneficial cacao compounds that make dark chocolate so healthy. So the warnings about chocolate candy are not entirely wrong. But high-quality dark chocolate with 70% cacao or higher delivers concentrated doses of flavonoids, antioxidants, and beneficial plant compounds without excessive sugar when consumed in reasonable amounts. Seniors who deprive themselves of dark chocolate based on general guilt about sweets are missing a genuinely delicious source of cardiovascular and cognitive protection that tastes like an indulgence while functioning like medicine. The solution is wonderfully simple and involves giving yourself permission to enjoy something delicious every single day without any guilt attached. Enjoy 1 to 2 ounces of dark chocolate with 70% cacao or higher daily as a healthy treat that happens to taste incredible. Choose quality dark chocolate with minimal added sugar and avoid milk chocolate varieties that deliver sugar without the health benefits you are seeking. Loretta is 80 years old and lives in New Mexico, where she felt terribly guilty about her daily chocolate habit for years, hiding it from friends who would have judged her. When her cardiologist reviewed her test results and told her to keep doing exactly what she was doing because her heart health markers were exceptional for her age, Loretta finally stopped feeling ashamed of her favorite daily ritual. Give yourself permission to enjoy dark chocolate daily because your heart and brain will thank you for this delicious medicine that you actually want to take. Bad habit 5. Skipping the gym for walking and daily puttering. Have you been pressured to join a gym, follow structured exercise programs, or push yourself through intense workouts that you find boring, intimidating, or simply impossible to maintain consistently over time? The fitness industry has convinced many seniors that unless they are doing formal exercise in specific ways at specific intensities, they are not really exercising and will inevitably decline into frailty. This all-or-nothing mentality causes enormous guilt in seniors who cannot or will not commit to gym memberships and structured routines that do not fit their lives or preferences. But the research on longevity and healthy aging tells a very different story about what kind of movement actually keeps people alive and thriving into advanced age. Research from the Mayo Clinic confirms that consistent daily movement, including walking, gardening, housework, and simply staying active throughout the day, provides cardiovascular and longevity benefits comparable to structured gym workouts for most people. Studies of blue zones, the regions around the world with the highest concentrations of people living past 100, reveal that their residents rarely, if ever, do formal exercise, but stay constantly active through daily life activities instead. These centenarians walk to visit neighbors, tend gardens, do household chores, and stay on their feet throughout the day, rather than sitting for hours and then trying to compensate with an hour at the gym. The secret to their longevity is not intense exercise, but consistent, gentle movement, woven naturally throughout their daily routines. The pressure to do structured, intense exercise actually backfires for many seniors because the all-or-nothing mentality prevents them from embracing the simple daily movement they could realistically maintain. When someone believes they must go to the gym 3 times per week or they are failing, they often end up doing nothing at all when life gets in the way of their gym schedule. Gentle, consistent daily movement is far more sustainable than sporadic, intense workouts, and for most seniors, the sustainable approach delivers equal or better results over time. The guilt about not exercising formally prevents millions of seniors from recognizing that their daily walks, gardening sessions, and household puttering are already providing the movement their bodies need. The solution involves letting go of gym guilt and embracing the movement that naturally fits your life and brings you genuine enjoyment. Focus on moving consistently throughout each day, rather than scheduling formal workout sessions that you dread and eventually abandon altogether. Walk to get the mail, spend time in your garden, do housework at a comfortable pace, take the stairs when your body allows, and simply stay on your feet as much as possible throughout your waking hours. Clyde is 84 years old and lives in Tennessee, where he has never set foot in a gym, but spent decades gardening, walking his dogs twice daily, and staying busy around his property doing various projects. His doctor says his cardiovascular health rivals people 20 years younger, despite his complete lack of formal exercise throughout his entire lifetime. Stop feeling guilty about skipping the gym, because consistent daily movement is the real secret to longevity, and it is something you can embrace fully starting today. You now know the 5 bad habits that research shows actually keep seniors healthier, sharper, and more vibrant than following all the restrictive rules that have been pushed on your generation for decades. Daily coffee protects your brain. Whole eggs deliver essential nutrients without harming your heart. Afternoon naps reduce cardiovascular risk and boost memory. Dark chocolate provides powerful medicine that tastes like dessert, and gentle daily movement outperforms gym guilt for sustainable longevity. Healthy aging does not require deprivation, guilt, or forcing yourself to follow rules that make you miserable and do not fit your life. The longest-lived and healthiest seniors often ignore conventional restrictions and embrace the habits that bring them joy while being fully supported by modern science. Which of these 5 bad habits have you been feeling guilty about? And will you now embrace them without shame, knowing that science supports what your body has been telling you all along? Leave a comment below, sharing which habit you plan to reclaim guilt-free, because your comment might be exactly what another viewer needs to hear today. If this information liberated you from unnecessary guilt and outdated rules, please hit that like button and share this video with every friend who has been depriving themselves of coffee, eggs, naps, chocolate, or joyful daily movement based on advice that turned out to be completely wrong.